Hi everyone, so today I have some items to share with you that LDRS Creative has brought to HSN for the January 28th craft show. Super excited to try these out. They look so gorgeous. I love the way they're presented. I have a few different kits here, so I'll work with one today, but I did want to show you that there are a few different ones. And so LDRS Creative did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links on the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you were to purchase items through those links. And through HSN and YouTube, it might be embedded in the video even, but definitely down in the description box. So I do have, again, a few sets. This one says Birds of a Feather. This one says Billowing Peony. These two don't have names on them, but I'm assuming this is the Birds and Buds, and then Butterflies and Buds. So I'm going to unbox these and, work with them when I get there. I just quickly wanted to show them to you. So this one, I'll probably work with today. It has a 4x6 stamp set, and with LDRS Creative generated, those are photopolymer stamp sets. I just want to make sure. Yep, it's a nice photopolymer stamp set. What was I saying? Really nice. This one has a 6-inch 3D embossing folder. It also has 10 coordinating dies and 3 layering stencils. So they're the dies, and these are the stencils. Gorgeous bundle. So we will work with that today. This one has something similar going. It's the Billowing Peony. I know you can't really see much of it other than what's here. So it does have a 4x6 stamp set, a 6-inch 3D embossing folder, your coordinating dies, and your layering stencils. Okay, this one has 4 layering stencils for it. Okay, and then this Birds and Buds set looks like it has a stamp and die set, but let's see right quick. Yep, so it's the stamps with the coordinating dies. Love that. Really nice, gorgeous little, I don't know, they give me swallow kind of vibes. And then this one, you have your Butterflies and Buds, and it looks like this one has an extra die set in here. So let's just check that out really quickly. Photopolymer stamp set. It's all one big stamp other than this guy, which that means this thing will cut it all out too. I was wondering that on this one because it looked like they were in the same place, the dies. So yeah, this is also one big stamp. Cut it all out and you have all your pieces. I love that. And then you have the extra little sprig. So you have that, and then you do have the extra sprig on the side. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And then we have the scallop slider dies. So what I'm assuming as I'm looking at this is the main set, and then you have an add-on set of the Birds and Buds. So there you go. You have your slider, your die. It looks very easy. LDRS Creative always does an amazing job of making something like this easy, right? So I love the look of this. It'll be very cute. So we will try that out shortly. Okay, guys, let me put this right back in here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's put these guys to this side so we can focus on our Birds of a Feather. Love it. Look at this. Full color instruction with inspo. This is gorgeous. Okay, so a couple different ways to use what you have here in your kit. They're showing the colors they use to actually color some of these things with the hybrid inks. Okay. Oh, because it's a stencil. Duh. I was like, how do they color with the inks? Was it with a water brush? We're using the stencil pieces to do that for us. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So again, that big 6-inch piece, we have, the beautiful little birdie kind of centered in there. Do you want to do you're layering this first and then run it through the paper so that then you get the embossed look on it. You want to do the embossing first on your paper and then layer this onto it. You can die cut it first, do this, however, all this mix and match, whatever steps you want to take to get that done. But what I'm going to do is really take a good look at this and kind of have an idea of what I want to do, because the stamp set does not have the bird, but you have the die, the stencils, and the embossing folder for the bird. So this has a really beautiful cluster on there. The die set does cut that cluster out if you'd like, and all the wording, all the sentiments get cut out too. So we have friends are good for the soul. Thank you for all you do. Sending you love. Wishing you so much happiness. I hope today brings you great joy. You and me. Just a note to say hello. And I thank my lucky stars for you each day. Really fun. And again, you have the dice to cut those guys out. And, excuse me. Yeah, so just absolutely beautiful. So let me grab some papers and things, and we'll, hop right to it. Okay, so to get started, I have an A2 size card base here. You know, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a little matte layer here. It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, but I think I'm going to run it through an embossing folder just to get some texture back here. So I'm going to run that through right quick. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and cut this first. So it's whatever you want to do, however you think, you know, work for you best. But I think I'm going to cut this first so that way when I go to stencil, I see exactly where I'm stenciling, and I'll just use my grip mat to help me hold that down. You can put a little tape, you know, on the back of your piece if you don't have a grip mat, and that way it'll just stay in place while you're working. But I'll be right back with those two things. Okay, so let me put some of these things to the side for right now. Little guy. I mean, honestly, if it helps you just leave it in there, you can leave it in there for now. I have grip mat. I probably need to wash that grip mat, get it sticky again. And then I have this beautifully 3D embossed piece, and it does shrink up quite a bit because of the way it pulled in, you know, because it has a lot of 3D to this. But anyway, I'm gonna glue that down and we'll get to working on our stenciling. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab these guys. So this one does have, again, for the flower bouquet, and it looks like to me that one is the last one because this is number 1, and there's parts of the flower here, the bird, the little, like, you know, stem portion or the branch there. Number 2 also has more of those kinds of things in it. The rest of the bird, beak, you know, little legs, all that kind of stuff. And then it's etched, so you can kind of see where you're supposed to be placing it just from looking at it here. And then this last one, the number 3, appears to be for the bouquet. So like the stamp set, how it, you know, it has that bouquet. This would be for that. And you can see all the different places where you would place it with the registration mark. So I'm going to put that one to the side for right now because we're not using that one today. And let's start with number 1. So again, you have different parts of your flowers. I'm just trying to look. You have flower up here. You know, you have A, B, C, and D depicted here. And so if you look at your instruction, you're just kind of seeing what they're showing here. Like with A, you know, you have this lower portion. I don't know if you can see of that same area. See, this is the same flower as this, but this is the darker portion and maybe the lighter portion. And whenever I stencil from light to dark. So if A comes first, and I place it, I'm just eyeballing. Look, there's like a wing here. Obviously, I don't see the wing quite yet because I haven't embossed it. But as you look, I can see, let me get a little bit closer for you guys. I can see that this little bud is right here. And then, of course, this portion of the flower there. And again, you have your registration marks to kind of see where that wing would be. So that helps you place this. And I would say just about there. And then also you're doing this flower down here. So just, you know, keep an eye out for that little guy. And maybe a little bit more angled down like this. Okay, we're not looking at this area right now. We're just looking at this area that's considered area A. So if I'm doing a lighter pink, I'm just going to grab whatever inks you like. And again, I go from light to dark. But I'm going to go with this one that's a little bit medium kind of color. And you're just doing the things that are in A. We're not coloring these other areas that we're not paying attention to quite yet. Okay, there, and here. Okay, so that is A. And when I pick this up and we work on B, it's going to be the rest of that little flower area. But also this little bottom piece down here. Okay, so when I put it over here, again, lining it up with your little etchings to help you see where you're going to be at. And so that looks good right there. It is covering some of what we did earlier. And then this one, looking perfect, like right there. And I'm going to go in with a darker color. So that's B. Let's go with berry. I should probably use a different... Beautiful. Okay. And for that one, that's all that's on the B area. So now C is this area here, and it looks like it's mostly branch. So when I take this, I'm looking at my cut here. Sorry, I should have framed this a little bit differently, but there you go. So now that lined up really perfectly there. And as I look at that, I'm kind of eyeballing what's going on down here, making sure this is just about where I want it before I really press it down. Okay, and now this is the branch. So you want that brown, you want it to more green, whatever colors you want for that. So I'm going to put the pink away. I don't think I need this anymore. And I'm going to grab some brown here. And I want the pretty deep pink. I'm going to go with a deeper kind of brown color here. And just applying that there. And again, just the area that is C, right? There's a little bit back here. I think I got it all. Yep. And then D on this one is part of the bird wing, the darker, or like whatever color you want the wing to be. It's not the body right now. So let's go ahead and put that there, and let's line this up for just the wing portion. So if we look at this, it's just going to be this portion. And then the next one, we're going to do the body, and then you have some darker areas, possibly of like the little tail, or it can be the same color as the wing, but whatever you want. So I'm going to take this and basically line it up. You see all these little etchings for the body, and that will be helpful. Here we go. There we go. That's where the little leg is, little belly, and right in here. Okay, and I'll go with a medium kind of dark color. There's that one. And that was number 1. So now number 2, when you bring it over, the next one, it keeps going. So A, B, C, D over there, E, F, G, H, and I. Okay, so E is next. It's going to be that little portion behind the wing and his little tail. So you just line that up. And I'm going to go with the darkest color of these kind of teals. Let's go with this one. I'm going to switch this out because I'm going to use that for the lighter color in a minute. So right now we're just focusing on this little area here and our little tail. Okay, look at that, just coming to life. And then the next portion is F, and that's basically the rest of his little body area. And I'm just lining that up again. You know, we have a die cut, so I'm just looking at the cuts on the die, also where this is all hitting. You know, it covers the wing, so we're just making sure we're getting all that. And I'm going to go back to this guy, and I'm going to use the lightest color, I think. Maybe a little more there. Just rounding that out. So I add a little more color there and maybe under his little belly. So you have that. Gorgeous. And then I'll put that up. The next thing, sorry if you're hearing there's a lot of activity out here today. Let's see here. The next thing is the little eye. So I would say that's probably black, but again, it's etched. You can see his beak and all that, so you can kind of line this up with those contours. And it helps you place that. And then we're just going to go in with a little black on that one. I'm just going to grab any black ink here. And that's all there is on G. Look at that. And then H is like his little legs, you know, beak area. You want all those things to be yellow, the center of your flower, you know, whatever it is. So as I look at that, I'm lining up the beak area, looking at the center of the flower. Can be a little more up like this. And then his little legs over here. And so, I mean, those all could be the same color, right? Do you like his little legs being a little more gray, black? I think I do, so that's what I'm going to do in here. I'm not going to dip this much more. I just want a little accent on that and give him little black legs, okay? Maybe a little deeper at the base of the leg there. Okay, and then I'm going to change that out to a yellow color. Let's see here. Little there, very juicy. I mean, look at that, guys. And then the last thing we have are the leaves. So that would be the leaf here, and then these leaves over here. So just kind of pay attention to all of that as I put this down. Just staying within the die cuts. That looks really good. I'm gonna stick that down. And let's do some greenery. It's this one here. Down here. There. A little too dark on this one, so what I'm going to do is try to get a little more on that. And there it is. I mean, how pretty is that? Love it. So within those two, you just, you know, follow the little puzzle, one to the next, to the next, to the next, and you have this gorgeous result. Let me wash these off and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we have this beautiful piece. I'm going to take this thing off here. I mean, how pretty is that? So what we're going to do is run it through the embossing folder to get some little extra detail on her. So we have this guy. Again, it's a 3D embossing folder, whatever your, you know, machines need for that to be accommodated. Go ahead and do that. So you have this beautiful, how pretty is that? If you just had a piece of paper and just run it through and you're going to have this beautiful embossing on it and just, you know, a sentiment, that'd be really lovely. So what I would do is cut the whole piece of paper, right? You know, it's a 6-inch folder. So even a A2 4¼ by 5½ would fit in here. Great, right? Center it, run it through. Lovely. But this guy I'm going to do is line it up. Oh, you know, I still have some little bits. I mean, I don't think it'll hurt anything, but let's go ahead and get those out. Let's go ahead. I love that. Look at the delicate nature of that. Okay, so lining up the little flower and our little friend's face and all that. That looks really good. Looking at everything. Everything looks great. Maybe this one a little bit higher up like that. Okay, I'm going to run that through my die cutting system. I'll be right back. Okay, since it said it was 3D, I'm using my Spellbinder's universal plate system, and I'm using the adapter and the plate A. It just depends on what system you have. I felt some, you know, good tension, so I think that's enough. Yeah, it'll do it. And look at, I mean, that just comes to life, you guys. Look at the flower. Look at his little texture on his wings. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it looks like those Dresden plates they speak of, you know, just absolutely beautiful. Running that through just in gold paper. Right? Die cut it and then put some gold paper here, like foil paper. Obviously the gold facing up towards you, up towards the words. Run it through and it'll definitely look like a Dresden piece. Okay, I will be right back. You guys, I am still just super blown away by this. I just had to make a shorts video to share that with you guys. And look how beautiful it looks with, oh, I can't even. Okay, so we have that. Lots of texture already. I mean, if you want to pop that up, go for it. I'm going to just go ahead and glue it down, and then we'll add a sentiment, and I'm just going to place it right here. I think she looks really pretty there. Maybe the sentiment will be like in here, maybe down here somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we should put it here. Yeah, she's going to be a little more this way. See the branch? That looks a little more natural. I have no words. This is just super, super pretty. That 3D embossing folder is everything. Look at that. Okay. Sorry. If you hear my phone. It is very windy out here in San Diego, and people are a little scared because of everything that happened in LA and still happening in LA. So my Ring doorbell neighbor thing keeps going off. Okay. Then like this, maybe? Okay, I'm going to hold that down for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I mean, I'm still like, oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so let's just get a little sentiment going. Wishing you so much happiness. So that's sending you love. Oh, let's do that. So I'm just going to stamp this on some white paper. Look at me, I actually cleaned up after myself, so I do need to bring that paper back. So I'm just going to stamp that, and I'll just, you know, eyeball this. And then I'll use the die to cut that out. Very good. That was probably a much bigger piece of paper. You know I like to save my paper, but oh well, that's okay. And I'm sorry if you hear like sawing. I don't know what that is. Sending you love. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Okay, so there you go. And you can see really well where you're going to cut. Even the S has a little bit of stylized nature to it there. And about there, that looks really good. So I'm just going to pop on a couple pieces of washi and go ahead and send that through, and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, you guys, I would just sit here and just make birdies till my heart's content. These are so pretty. So I'm just going to take that and just look, I mean, absolutely perfect. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this guy, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so there it is. And, you know, I'm going to put it down here. I mean, I can put it within here. That looks gorgeous. Just a little cluster and everything. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and put it there. I mean, here's really nice too, right? Okay, I'm going to pop it in here. The very edge of my card. Actually, a little higher up. A little further in. All right. And there we go. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you, LDRS Creative, for sending these items for review. Absolutely gorgeous. I will follow up with tutorials of the other bundles. I mean, I can't even. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, I'll have the links there for you guys, possibly embedded in the video. Definitely at the top of the description box there. And I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.